What up, y'all? In today's video, we're gonna be talking about why making money and having no friends is worthless, or having money and not having friends or your social relationships means nothing and it's worthless. All right, so quick disclaimer, I'm not here to claim that I've made millions of dollars or whatever, because I haven't, but I've made a lot of money. What would be considered a lot of money for normal average standards, not the make money online millionaires and whatever. No, I'm talking about like I've made more money in a month than most average people across the entire world will ever make in 1 month in their entire life. Okay, so I've gotten to the I've felt rich for a little bit while making a certain amount of money, and it doesn't fucking matter if you don't have friends to spend it with. Right? And I won't say like, maybe it's a little bit of clickbait with the title, right? Like, it's not like making money is worthless if you don't have any friends. Like, obviously there's still value. You could still donate it. You could still buy things. You could still set yourself up. But it's like, the point being of that statement is you have to have friends. You have to have friends to spend it with, to spend the money with, to spend time with, to do things with, to bring joy into your life. Like, the money is like potential energy. It doesn't actually bring you any value or joy unless you like spend it and do things with it. And when I made money, all I wanted to do is hang out with my friends and spend money, whatever. And I think where this becomes a problem for a lot of people, so stick with me here if you don't have a few minutes to listen to this, and you should probably figure out your schedule. But the key point here is a lot of people will sacrifice their friends and their relationships and their social life for money. And I've done that. And then I've sat at the point where it's like I have money, but I don't have the social aspect, or I don't quite have the friends that I want to have, or I don't have the networks to be able to like set up the experiences and the events, whatever. And then you're just kind of like, cool, like I made all this money for this reason, and like now I can't really do anything with it. Or now it's just like, or it's like, oh, what I really wanted was like the money and this other thing, and the friends to go spend it with, and the experiences and the social and the girls to invite to whatever. Like, that's cool and that's fun and that's what I wanted the money for, not just the money. So be very careful when you throw away your social life for months or even years at a time. You distance yourself from friends. You say no to hanging out on the weekends all the time, because you might find yourself in a lopsided position where you think by doing all this shit that's making you unhappy in the moment, you think by saying no to all this shit that's making you happy in the moment, like hanging out with friends and being social, is what's going to get you to the thing that's ultimately going to make you happy. And then you get the thing, which maybe you think is the money or the business or this financial success, but because you said no, and you threw everything on the fire and the back burner with your friends and your social, then you get to the point where now you have the money, but you haven't hit those people up in months and they don't want to hang out with you. They moved on. You didn't talk to girls for a long time. So like now you have no girls to spend money on and go on dates with and invite on your boat or invite to your party or whatever that you want to do with your money. So like, just be careful with that and know that it's always a balancing act. There's always a time for grinding and discipline and making those sacrifices. But when you swing it really hard in one direction, if you swing the pendulum, I'm gonna sacrifice everything and never do it, like, you may end up getting to a point where you don't have any friends. Plus, here's the other thing, is that if you make more money than all your friends, and then you want to go do shit with your friends once you have the money, they can't hang with you. Because you want to do shit that costs money, and unless you're just gonna like be so ballin' and carefree with your money that you're just gonna like take all your friends on vacation, buy all the fancy dinners, go to the fucking club and buy the table for all your friends, which you can do, like it's gonna be hard for them to like hang with you because they're not like at that level. And so then you might be saying, well then just find new friends. It's like, yeah, you can. Easier said than done, especially for most people. I, thankfully, personally, honestly, it's one of my superpowers. I'm really fucking good at making friends. I'm really fucking social. Like, if you know me in the real world, you know I can make friends like that. I can make friends with anybody. Like, that's just the thing for me. That's a God-given talent. But for most people, it's not that fucking simple. It's really not. So just be careful, because you gotta have both. You gotta have your relationships and you gotta have the money. If you have all the relationships and no money, you could still be happy if you're not money hungry or you don't really have that high of a vision. But if you get all the money and you sacrifice your friends and you sacrifice your social and you don't have the right people to hang with you and spend money how you want to spend money and do this shit, like, it just doesn't work. So that's my rant for tonight. I'm super tired, so if that was more of a ramble and a rant going in circles, I apologize, but you made it to the end of the video. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for walking. Thank you so much for watching. Join the conversation down below. Comment, am I right? Have you experienced any of this? Do you disagree? Am I a complete buffoon for thinking this? Let me know in the comments. Join the conversation. I'm open to your love, to your hate, to your support, to your whatever. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Cheers.